Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another mini episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's running right with me tonight?
Michael Colby, and I'm part of a I don't know. I don't have anything for this.
I'm Zach, and I'm the ass end of the huddle.
I like that. So we are here to talk about Inside, the video game, developed by Playdead, published by Playdead, and came out in 2016. Yeah, so that's what you're going to hear about tonight. So I always start these off with a memory. Mine isn't much, but I did play this game once before. I bought it for PS4 physical in a bundle for like $10 with Limbo in it or something. And I remember being excited to play it. So, I mean, yeah, I beat it back then, and I mostly forgot about it until I played it on Steam Deck and beat it in like a couple hours. So that's my history. Colby.
I mean, if you listened to the Limbo episode, you know that Limbo is one of my favorite games of all time. So I was super excited when this came out, and I bought it right away. And I don't want to say I was disappointed with it, but I was underwhelmed with it. We'll get into it.
Okay.
It's a wonderful game. It really is a wonderful game that I love, but it's missing something.
And Zach.
I also was a fan of Limbo, and so when Inside came out, I was pretty excited to play that and enjoyed it. I've got some things to say, I guess, about the ending, and I think it took me. I don't know why I didn't play it right away. I think it took a couple of years for me to actually get around to playing it. But then I played it. I've played it a few times. Once with my older son watching, and he seemed to enjoy it, but thought it got a little weird at the end.
That is fair. It's a strange game. I mean, it's a lot like Limbo. It's another puzzle platformer, and you walk right, left sometimes, and you do puzzles.
Yep. It's very much in the style of Limbo, but with some color to it, subtle color, and a lot of it, and some a little better lighting here and there. I mean, I think it fits in Limbo. I'm not saying that's a criticism of Limbo, but this one, more of the world is lit up for you. But the overall artistic feel is very similar to me. Have you guys ever played, actually, I want to say it's called Out of This World or Another World?
Yes.
I think of one of them, I think it's called both, and it depends on which port you're talking about. But it was like these rotoscoped
Oh, I know.
8-bit graphics. So actually, I think it was on, I forget, it might have been on Super Nintendo. They might have done.
It's on Super Nintendo. It's awful.
Oh, Out of This World is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
It's like better Flashback.
I hate both those games, but I will give another Out of This World or Another World another try if that's something that you guys want me to do. Because
I was just saying that this kind of reminds me of Out of This World, but better. But it also has like 20 years of graphics and gaming evolution behind it. So
yeah. Guess I'm not going to be playing Inside while we're doing this because my controller is not working.
So, Mike Albertin, I got a question for you.
Please.
Did you actually play with the sound on for this one? Because I feel like there's some puzzles in this.
I did,
yes. Yeah, all right. You needed.
I had sound on for this because I played this in a hotel because I was out of town. So I played this on the Steam Deck. I mean, it was fine. I mean, I played it on the Steam Deck. I mostly was laying in bed and playing this, and it was fine with headphones in at all times. I mean, it's not a bad game. I don't understand what the hell is happening other than you are a boy escaping people who want to put you in a truck, at least in the early part of the game. Mm-hmm. I don't really understand what's going on because I forgot to watch videos that explained the game before we did this episode.
I don't know if that really helps. I don't think that there is a defined story with all the detail that would satisfy me, but I am kind of okay with that because I would rather just kind of leave it up to my imagination, fill in the gaps, and be like, it doesn't quite make sense, but and have an interesting conversation about it rather than have somebody spell it out. Oh, this is what's going on, and then it turns out to be lame. So maybe
that's a fair statement.
Maybe there's something that ties everything together, but I don't think so.
I do like it more than Limbo because one, there's a little bit more color, and two, I can see a little better what's happening. So I am a bigger fan of this game than Limbo. This game wasn't bad. I only had to cheat a little bit near the end where I got confused on a few puzzles, and it was a me problem, not the game's problem. Where I just like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have thought, or I didn't realize it was a door or something. There's little things like that where I went, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's a creepy ass game though, that's for sure. It fits a horror game without without a lot of context.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I think this game spells out what's going on a lot better than Limbo does. I can't really tell if it's like, because it seems like you are actually in a video game, like, especially with the like real ending and stuff. But it also feels like I don't know, that there's some sort of like, I don't know if they're aliens or if this is like some sort of dystopia that sort of, it feels like America is headed towards now, where like there's a small group of people who just controls everything. And if you aren't in that group, you sort of just have to like, it feels like you're like poor people, and the rich people get to control what you do because they're in charge of your every move. Because like there's like a couple of people just in charge of all of these experiments that are happening. And then like everybody's just going along with it. And then at the end, you like break free of that, but you can't really do anything with that. You just die. And I think it's sort of just I think it's sort of just a like life, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you live and you die. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and you're controlled by people who, you know, don't want the best for you.
I didn't think about it that way, but that does make sense. That could be what's going on. I did not even give that a second thought. That has something to do with like. I mean, yeah, that's a good way to interpret it. I mean, again, like I think we kind of briefly said, like it's meant to be vague on purpose.
Yeah,
that's
how they make games.
They only made 2 games too. They haven't. This is 2016. They have not made another game since then.
No,
supposedly one in progress.
Oh, is Playdead still a thing?
They're still around. There's a lawsuit apparently.
Yeah, because I know that like a bunch of the people that founded it made. Oh, I did play it, and it's good. It's some sort of like alien invasion. What the hell was that game called? Boy,
I can't. I'm looking up to Playdead, and it doesn't say anything about a previous game.
It's not Playdead. Playdead was Limbo in this, but the people who founded it went on to make a different game that's like 2.5D, and there's like an alien invasion and you have to like save your family or something. It was pretty good, but it didn't have the magic that these 2 games do.
I'm trying to Google this.
Yeah.
Somerville?
Somerville.
That's what came up.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's fine.
Okay, I don't own it actually, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I just get so many random games and bundles that I'm just like, you never know.
Yeah, I don't think that has to be an episode. It's there's not much going on there.
I mean, you guys get me to play games that I never played, and that's kind of, I mean, yes, I played this before, but I was looking a lot closer at this game. Like, the puzzles aren't bad. They're all pretty, like, you can figure out just based on what you have around you at any time. Like, it does a good job of saying, you can't go past this, figure it out, asshole. Like, it's not too difficult. Yeah, I feel Limbo was more vague than this one is.
For sure. I said it in the group chat. I was like, man, this game is easy. Like, I blew through this game.
I died a lot.
And I haven't played this nearly as many times as I played Limbo. But then as I was like thinking about it, I was like, it's not necessarily easier. It's just more like intuitive. Like, the stuff that you have to do makes more sense in reality. Like, the Limbo puzzles are real, like, heady. And these are just like stuff that you would do to escape the situation that you're in.
I feel like in this game, the puzzles are more about getting the timing right, you know, like being able to time multiple things. And it's more or less obvious what you need to do. But yeah, in Limbo, it's kind of like you got to figure out what to do first.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a friend playing Limbo right now. And she was like, I can't figure this out. And I'm like, maybe play Inside first. And she got through Limbo in, I think, 2 sittings, or got through Inside in, I think, 2 sittings, and then went back to Limbo and was like, oh, okay, I understand Limbo a little bit better now. And I was like, I was like, all right, well that actually makes sense. To like, if you're gonna play these games, maybe playing Inside first is a better idea, because then you can understand how they make games, and then go to Limbo, where you have to like think about the stuff a little bit differently. But I think this is in all aspects, I think this is a better video game. I don't like it as much, but I do think it's a better game. And I think they learned a lot of lessons, and they did make it a more modern feeling puzzle platformer.
One, that the checkpoints are pretty fucking good in this too. And also, maybe they were good in Limbo too, but I found it better in here. I died a lot.
You're put, and sometimes, like, I found sometimes, if I would die, it would put me closer to the goal than I was when I died. And I was like, I don't know about this.
I never noticed that.
You don't have to be that kind to me inside.
Again, think of the year. It's 2016. It's early PS4, I think, or it was on PS4. But like, gamers are a little different around that time. I mean, I like games more that are newer because they hold my hand more. And they go, it's okay, Mike, you can play on story mode. It's okay. And that's great when you're trying to, beat a lot of games quickly. So I like it that it did that. I mean, that helped me a couple times to go, oh, okay, like, because it would, like you said, it would respawn you closer, then I would start to understand what the game's expecting of me.
Yeah, that's, and I'm not saying that this is a bad thing at all. I think accessibility in games is a wonderful thing.
You just want every game to be Dark Souls, I know.
For myself, I like them a little bit more. I like look, without getting into my whole psychiatry or whatever.
That's what we're here for, isn't it? Yeah. I do like yours, honestly.
I'm like, I like my games to hurt. I like my games to be like, no, fuck you. Like, we're going to put you back here and you do it right, or don't do it at all.
We're taking all your experience away.
And we're taking all your shit away from you. You get it back, bitch.
And we're going to lower your health 10% each time you die, too. Yeah. Fuck you. Demon Souls.
Oh, Demon Souls is one of my all-time favorites.
Like I was watching some PlayStation video. I'm like, oh yeah, that game came out for PS5. The PS5 I almost never used. I'm like, I should pick that up one day. Forgot it existed.
It's on PlayStation Plus.
Oh, so I could just buy that for a month and then.
Yeah.
And PlayStation Plus didn't double their price, did they?
No,
like
they did not. But yeah, Inside. So are we gonna?
Well, I want to say the simple aspect of him having a red shirt to me somehow helped me a little bit, because this game was dark at times, and that made it easier to keep track of where my character was. Well, I play it on a Steam Deck in a lighted area usually.
Yeah. Playing it on the Steam Deck is definitely going to be a problem with a game like this, because that screen is big, not big enough. I don't think it's big enough to play this.
No, it was a bit of a challenge, but I was having internet issues, so I couldn't really put this on PC if I wanted to, because couldn't connect very well. I was in a hotel with a crappy Wi-Fi for 2 of my vacation nights, so I was having some issues.
Yeah.
I mean, crappy Wi-Fi. Like, it was like, whew. I'm like, what year is it?
You don't have to tell me about crappy hotel Wi-Fi.
But the pool was great. So hey.
Yeah. So yeah. I blew through this thing in one sitting, and I was like playing it, and I'm like, no, wait a second. Like, I knew that I was getting towards the end, and I was like, this is the end of this game. And then I busted through into the like lab area, and everybody was gathering around the tank, and I'm like, I'm at the end of this goddamn game. And then even after you become the huddle, I was like, all right, I remember this being kind of long, but by the time I was done with it, I was like, oh, this is all there is to this game. And
it's only like 10 minutes after you.
Yeah, it's not long.
Yeah, it's insane. I think, I mean, I know that the first time I played it, I had a problem with the puzzle where you have to set the box on fire and then toss it over the sprinklers.
Same.
I know the first time I did that, I had a problem with it, and then I got to it and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is where I had a problem before. And then I just did it in one try, and I was like, why did I have such a problem with this the last time?
I mean, I think sometimes it's just our brain just will struggle with something, and then when you walk away and do it again, it just works. Sometimes I feel like that does happen.
Yeah, I definitely remember any puzzle, and I didn't have like a huge problem with anything in this game the first time that I played it. But I do remember struggling like 3 or 4 times, and I remembered it each time I got to that part. And then I just blew through the part, and I'm like, okay. Like, so I can see people struggling with it the first time. But like, it's been probably 5 years since I played that. Now, that's probably not true either.
You don't play this every year like Limbo?
No, I don't play this several times a year like I do with Limbo.
Oh, several. I forgot it was several.
I probably got it. I probably played it last when I got my Steam Deck, so it was probably a little bit more than a year ago. So,
all right.
But yeah, it just like if you want to play something that like you can think about forever and have a really good time with, but do it in 1 or 2 sittings, I think this is like a perfect game.
I mean, I beat it in 2 days, maybe 3 or 4 sittings, but that's because some of the sittings end up being shorter than I want them to be. Because
yeah,
like either I passed out or wife's like, "Oh, we're leaving." Like, "Oh, we are. Okay, I'll put this down now." One of the puzzles that got me, where I actually had to watch a YouTube, and this is me being stupid, is when you're in the sub and you're being chased by the black siren thing. And I didn't realize you had to hit. I didn't see the wood board above a door to seal it in. I didn't notice that. I was like, "Oh, that's simple enough."
Yeah, the underwater stuff frustrates me in this game. One, because it's not always clear what you have to do. And that kid, I just call it a kid because like, you know, all you really notice is its hair.
I thought it was Madison from Splash. Nobody remembers that movie? Okay.
No, I don't.
I don't know what Splash is, but now I'm going to look it up.
Tom Hanks movie with Daryl Hannah, and she's a mermaid, and like she's just
from 1984.
Yes. Am I too old?
That is a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are. I've never seen it, by the way. I mean, that's just surprised everybody. You know, the 80s, my favorite.
Is Cher in that, or am I thinking?
Tom Hanks is in it.
Tom
John
Hanks and
Candy's
Daryl
in it.
Hannah, I don't know. Sure, might have a small part in it. I don't remember. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. But sorry. Anyways,
I'm looking it up now to find out, just to answer that question. But
episode there's your next movie episode, Splash.
Yeah, I don't foresee that happening.
But yeah, it's all like you have to get it done really fast. So all of the underwater stuff you have to get done fast, and it's not always clear what you have to do. So you end up doing a lot of dying underwater because you get caught up until you figure out what you have to do. And then at some point in the game, you can't help but get caught by that thing. And then it helps you so that you can just breathe underwater forever, which is so annoying to me.
Because like you would think you're dead if you didn't know better. Another scene where I kept fucking up on, this is on me, not the game. For some reason, I was having a hard time reading my controls. When you end up in line with other people and you have to copy their moves, I don't know what it must have been the timing or something, but I was just like, when you had to turn around, I got killed like 3 times. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And then it just worked. I don't know. I think it was me.
I think that's my favorite part of the game is when you have to do that because, you know, I heard Zach say that's so stressful. And I think that's why I like it so much.
No, I do like that part.
It's really the only stressful part of the game because the water stuff I think is just annoying.
It's just annoying.
And I think that the part where you have to do that because like, just like with Limbo, this game gives you the like it has the like crushing atmosphere where it's like these things are going to kill me. Like there's nothing I can do about it. And like to have to do that perfectly like that is probably the most stressful part of the game. And I think it's fantastic.
I also find that I get very anxious in the parts when you're like hanging from one of the control helmets.
Yeah.
You know, anytime you're hanging above, like, you know, any
Death.
kind of, exactly. Like if you fall, because it's so unreasonable, but I'm always worried that I'm going to like cancel out of it and then drop to my death.
I mean, at least to be fair, they didn't make it super easy to cancel out of it.
Yes. It's not a button press. It's a button hold and then press down.
Yeah. So I got to give them credit for not making it super simple. Because I know what you mean. I was worried about it too, but I didn't have too many issues with it, or I didn't actually like fall to my death by accident. I got shot a lot to death by accident, but I didn't fall as much from that.
Torn
at least.
apart by dogs.
Oh yeah, that happened too. I do like the puzzle. There's one puzzle with a fence where you got to pull off boards. You got to get the dogs. I did like that. I'm like, God, you're stupid, but I did like it.
I think my favorite death is when it's like the sonic blast. That whole section is, I think, my favorite part, really. But like, if you get hit with that blast,
I had to look up a video for that too. There was one part where I was like, I just need to know I was doing it right. I just my timing was off. And then once I watched the video, I'm like, oh, okay, now I once I knew it was possible, I was able to pull it off.
With the rotating shield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those. I think
it
was near the end. There was something with that where I kept getting fucked over, and I just watched, and once I knew that it was possible to do it, and then I could figure out the timing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you think it just isn't possible. I'm like, am I doing this wrong? Like, am I supposed to go somewhere else? And
yeah.
The sound design in that part, though, I think is incredible.
Oh,
yes, it is.
So good.
It is really effective.
And when you get blown towards the camera and like your arm is coming off, like that's
the best death.
Yeah, it's a really good death.
They murdered this poor kid so much.
Oh, they love to murder children in these games.
Do. The underwater one was gruesome to me when that thing is just because you have to stop it with the light. I'm like, oh, I remember this part the first time I got to it, but I didn't know to put the light on him. And then I went, oh yeah, when she ate me, I'm like, put the light on him.
Yeah, you gotta put the light on him.
I actually remembered a decent amount of this game, and I haven't played this game in years. And it was a decent amount. It was still in my brain. Like I remember once I got to the stuff, I'm like, oh, I remember this. Like, and I always remember the blob part. So,
oh yeah,
it is interesting seeing other characters constantly. Like, you have parts you have to wait because people are doing stuff like not even scientists. First, there's a lot of guards until you get near the end of this game, and it really does feel like you're progressing through a building. And I think that's a really nice touch.
Yeah, and like, because if you're paying attention to not the guards, but the scientists in the lab area, like, and when you're the huddle, they're helping you. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Like, in the beginning of this game, it feels like you're like the rebel and you're escaping from like some sort of fate. But in reality, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And it's so cool when that realization happens, when you're like, no, wait a second. Like, the first thing is when you're the huddle, first of all, nobody is trying to stop you once you get into the tank. They're just watching you. And then you get into the huddle, and then you break through, and then you go through a diorama of the last shot of the game. There's a diorama that has the hill, it has the things, the huddle's at the bottom in the light.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
Never noticed this either.
Yep. It's one of the first things that happen once you break out of the tank. And it's like, oh shit, I'm just playing into their thing. Like, what I'm doing is what they want me to do. It's not what I want to do.
Would you say, Colby, despite all your rage, you're just a rat in a cage?
Well, I'm a blob of humans in a cage.
I never noticed that. That's cool.
Yeah. Play it again.
I'm going to beat this game twice, but that's still cool.
The thing I noticed was right before you get into the huddle, right? There's all the it's got like the mind control things on it, right? And I don't think I made this up. I think I read it somewhere, but supposedly one of the theories is that the huddle has been controlling you the whole time, and now you join it and become part of it, and then you get that last 10 minutes of, I guess, free will. I don't really know.
I really don't think you have free will throughout the whole thing.
I mean, you do murder office workers, but maybe they're
sure, you murder people, but like, this is some sort of evil organization. I don't think they mind you murdering those people. Like, it's just part of
it.
They're expendable.
You're helping them save on payroll.
Yeah,
that's right.
That one, the one that's brutal is like, there's one guy that's trying to stop you, and then you kind of smush him up against like a glass window, and then you break through it. And then he falls and hits the ground, and you just splat on top of him. And I'm like,
yes,
man, that is brutal.
I do like the blob stuff. I feel like once you get there, it's just because there's nothing can kill you at that point. It's just a nice, simple run around and do stuff. So I was a big fan of that part.
There's also some nice touches where, like, when you take a big fall, like, you'll lose parts, right?
Yeah,
you have some to spare.
Yeah, there's definitely moaning and groaning going on. That thing is like,
Oh yeah, those
You're into that,
sounds.
Colby.
did you ever see the movie Society?
Yes. The
It's just a
the
shunt.
shunting. Yes.
Yeah, it's just a shunt at the end of this game.
Yes. Oh my
So
god.
I do think it's like pleasure and pain. So it's like a Hellraiser thing mixed with a Society thing. And like I think whatever's going on is a little bit more, it's a little bit more intricate than what. And do you know about the physical copy of this game, the like collector's edition?
No, tell me about it.
I do not.
Okay, so the collector's edition of this game comes with a huddle.
Nice.
And the huddle is made by the people who make Fleshlight. The huddle is that like rubbery pink stuff that they make fleshlights out of.
Okay.
So
is it a fleshlight? I'm asking for a friend.
I think there is a hole at the bottom of it. I don't, but I think there is a hole at the bottom of it. And I mean, I've seen videos of people like playing with it, and it's floppy. So like you can like bounce it up and down, and the arms and legs like flop around. It's awesome.
This is not where I expected the conversation to go, but all right.
No,
You're
but
getting the After Dark episode after all.
I'm looking up this inside collector's edition thing. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
You're right. It does have a hole in it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Because there's an image of somebody holding it, and they have it tipped upside down. You can see the hole, and I'm like, was that necessary? All right. I didn't even know there was a collector's edition. Oh, apparently it's $375, but it's out of stock.
That's too much. That is too much.
That's the I am 8-bit. Oh, but if I sign up now, I get $5 off my next order.
Ooh.
I never buy collector's editions. I've only ever bought one. That was for Alan Wake. That was it.
Yeah, I'm not. I used to, but now I have so many like statues and shit in my house, and I'm like, what am I like? I'm looking at 4 statues that are just jammed in my closet right now. Like I'm looking at them, and I have a bunch that are displayed, and then I have some behind my TV. It's like these were bad purchases.
But at least they came with a game, most likely back then. So
yes, but if you can get your hands on the inside limited or collector's edition, apparently that has some stuff for you.
a flashlight, which you can get probably much cheaper. I'm 99% sure.
Yeah.
I know you can. So don't do that. Don't buy that one. Go somewhere else.
But yeah, the actual game is...
It's simple enough, and it also, I feel like for the most part, like we were talking earlier, I mean, the puzzles, they do a good job of leading you where to go, and nothing is too confusing. I think to echo the Zach point earlier, it's more skill-based than, like, having to figure it out, which I liked, actually. I'm like, okay, once I knew, it's just like, okay, I'll figure out the timing eventually.
Some of those timings are pretty tight, too, especially, like,
they are.
Underwater, being chased by a girl, and you gotta hit a switch, and swim under the door before, so it closes on her. And
oh, yeah. That was another one I had to watch a video at, because I forgot the simple concept of jump in the water over here, attract the enemy here, then go run on land and jump over here, and you have enough time to do it.
There was a lot less of that than I remembered, too. A lot less of the bait and then run. I think there was only one, wasn't there?
Yeah, that specifically, I think there was only one, but there was more of being chased by the girl than I remember. And all those puzzles, that's too high anxiety for me. Those really stress me out.
No, that's fair. It's some of the puzzles can be frustrating.
Yeah.
I looked less than I did for Limbo. Limbo, I had to look up more stuff. I had a guide up, but I tried not to use it till I really didn't need it till maybe more than halfway through the game when I started needing to kind of look up some stuff, because I was just getting confused and I wanted to beat this game fast.
Yeah, if you're just trying to beat it fast, I can imagine that it can get frustrating, but even the stuff at the end, it didn't have a big difficulty spike like Limbo has. Like, I feel like Limbo, once you get about halfway through, the puzzles are like, wow, what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah, Limbo's harder.
But in this, it was like, okay, this is whatever, maybe a little bit harder, but not like Limbo.
Well, it's like,
no.
Now you got to time 2 jumping boxes. Or,
that wasn't even that bad.
No. Well, I think that's what Colby's saying.
Yeah, no, they weren't. They weren't.
You got to
that
get
hard.
the water, the upside down water level correct or whatever. Speaking of the upside down water, though,
Oh, I love the upside down
The
water.
creepy
so
horror
great.
aesthetic.
it reminds me of the Hell of the Upside Down Sinner in Big Trouble in Little China when you got
Oh,
all the bodies in there, and then once you when you drain the water and they all fall. That's amazing. I love that part. And then they all get
That's a
up
good-
and they're helping you out.
Yeah.
it definitely fits horror elements with some of the shit they do in this game. Like, yep, this is a horror game, all right.
Yeah, and if you're if you had the sound on, which it sounds like Mike did.
I actually did.
Yes.
When those bodies hit the ground,
Oh, it's great.
they're so wet. It
Yes.
sounds like
Yeah, they were.
the
I didn't
sound
like it.
design, Yeah, the sound design in this is so spot on.
A+ sound design in this game.
It is, yeah, I will give Inside the win for myself. Again, I think this is a better game than Limbo is. But for me, the only thing that Inside wins at is sound design because holy
Good sound
moly,
design.
it's really good. You know, everything about it, those sound waves that Zach was talking about earlier, you know, the down to when you're controlling the automatons, whatever they are, when there's a lot of them, they'll be like shoving each other, and there is a little bit of like a noise when they shove, and then like one of them will like do a little bit of a like a little grunt. Like everything, every little detail is sound designed, and not like generically. The stuff that's happening on the screen has a design to it, and I think that's so. But yeah, the wet slap of those corpses hitting the floor is the best thing in the game.
It's creepy. I did not like it. The overall
But
just is a very creepy vibe to it. Like all the slave people that you see in the background that are like mindless, and it does paint a weird picture that it doesn't give you any explanation because that's not the type of games they make. They're like, you figure it out yourself, however you want to interpret it.
Yep. It's definitely, they took everything that they learned from Limbo, probably took a lot of feedback, but yeah, it's just the way that the kid moves, there's a lot of frames of animation. And going back to what Zach said again about Out of This World, like that is the kind of thing that you saw back then, and you're like, this is next level stuff for this type of game. And I think this game is really cool. I wasn't as high on it when I started playing, but when I was done with it, I was like, yeah, I still like Limbo better, but this is a better experience than I remembered having with it the first time. And it's because of all of the little stuff. All the little stuff in this game, they really get. Limbo has more of a general, because you're really the only character in Limbo. But when you get these squads of automatons, they do feel like they have, even though they're being controlled by you, they do have a little bit of their own personality. Even in a big group, each one of them feels a little bit different. And I think that's really, really cool.
I feel like Inside also has I want to say better, its level of realism is more real. Like in Limbo, the character's basically built like Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes, right? It's like very much a cartoon character with the glowing eyes. And I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. Everything in that game is sort of cartoony. This is much more designed after real people, real objects in the real world. And I think that makes it have a lot more impact visually.
It does.
And audially, or what's the sound word?
I mean, it just makes more like, I think we're able to connect to it more. Like, and the way that I saw it is like, I didn't think of the rich poor thing. I was thinking, okay, the government is in charge and the government is experimenting on people. I mean, I think Colby's idea is very, very accurate. It's probably what they were going for. I mean, it fits really good in 2025. So, it's topical. I mean, there's one small part where you pull that thing off the pig and it like had like a something in its tail. I don't think that was his tail you pulled off.
No, I don't think that was his tail.
No.
So, but that never gets touched on again. Like, you never run into another like parasite. But I was wondering, like, that was something that is supposed to be more than you realize. I don't know.
I thought that was an Easter egg from.
It could be.
Limbo.
Yeah, it does look like those worms. I'm glad that I am glad that they didn't reuse any like puzzles, like puzzle elements from Limbo, because that if that was an Easter egg, that was like the perfect way to do it, to like maybe even tie those worlds together of Inside and Limbo. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't do like any gravity stuff or, you know, the parasites controlling you stuff.
Same.
That pig part was, until I figured out what you had, like that you had to jump on top of it, I was like, this thing is just running me over.
Given how
I think that's one of those things, we were talking about it during the Limbo episode, where you overthink a puzzle because you feel like it should be more than what it is.
Yes. I mean, I know I did that in this game too, but I would overthink things 100%.
Going back to the pig, that whole farm area, given how gruesome the rest of the game is, I was grateful that all the little baby chicks that you used to like you knock a lever or something like that.
You knock a bale hay down or something, you shoot them like a little gun.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm glad that they didn't splatter. All the baby chicks are totally fine. They come right back to you.
My friend said the same thing. She was like, am I going to have to kill these chickens? I was like,
oh man.
No. She's like, I'll stop playing this if I have to kill these chickens.
I'm sure the developers had the same thought in mind. Like, nobody's going to want to play this if we got to kill a bunch of cute baby chicks.
Yeah,
probably
I'm
also didn't want to.
I'm sure that at some point you mulched those chickens. I'm 100% sure that in the early days of this game, those chickens got turned into, you know, Steve Buscemi at the end of Fargo.
Okay. So do you think the stuff with the blob was also on purpose for the most part then? Because of that diorama?
Oh,
yeah.
Like story wise, it was on purpose. Yeah. I mean, I gotta check that out. But
I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just the diorama. It's, you know, if you're watching some of these background like scientists, they'll like excitedly run up to another one and like whisper into their ear. Like, I think at one point one of them is like directing you on which way you're supposed to be going.
Yes. Yeah. He stands out on a platform and is like pointing, right? And then they give you the board to press the button with, right?
I thought they were just trying to get rid of you.
No, I think they're telling you where to go, because you toss the block with the not a hydraulics, but like whatever, the ones that you push the button and then they shoot up in the air.
The jumping blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You throw one to that one and he presses the button and just tosses it back down to you.
Oh, good point.
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And they know that you're supposed to be doing it because they've planned for it.
Okay. It's a very strange game. I wanted to watch some more about it before we did this episode, but I forgot. I beat this game over a week ago, and I'm surprised how I don't remember a whole lot. Oh, of course I did. Like when you're naked after you drop in the water for the first time, I swam up to the window. Yeah, I swam right to the window every time. So both times I played this game, I'm like, you know what? I know there's no achievement for it, but fuck you, asshole. Look at me.
Yeah, look at my little kid dick.
I felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah, I definitely did the same thing. Like, you want to watch me, you creeps? It's a really cool game, and I think if somebody's into puzzle platformers, I can definitely see people being more into this than they are into Limbo. I think this might be the best like side-scrolling puzzle platformer maybe that's ever been made. I would have to think about it a little bit more.
Not for me, but I'm hard pressed to think of a side-scrolling puzzle platformer that like gets everything right about it, like for like a general audience. I think this might be the best one. I like Grizz more. I can say that. Grizz is a puzzle platformer, right? It's not horror themed.
That's barely a game, though.
Yeah, I like Grease a lot.
Yeah,
agree, but I think this is the better of the two games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Gree is more think about the puzzle rather than, you know, just executing. And I think it's a lot harder to die in that. I don't think I've ever died playing that game. I don't know if you can.
Die.
I don't know if you can die. And I also, I don't think the puzzles are that good in that. I think that game is aesthetics first.
Yeah, it's an aesthetic game.
And anything else is like a second thought. like a second and third thought. Like the puzzles aren't even puzzly. Like they're not even.
Oh, I do have to ask you, did either of you find any of the secret stuff that you can find?
Yeah, I found a couple on accident the first time I played through, and then when I was done, of course, I was like, "Well, what are these things about?" And yeah, it's if you get, I think there's 7 or 8 of them. They look like the projector in a planetarium or something.
Okay.
And if you unplug all those, and then I think you have to go to a secret area. And
if you get all of them, I think there's 13. I think there's a lot more than what you just said. I think there's 13 or 14.
Okay.
Damn.
And then you have to, on your next playthrough, it's the one that's in the cornfield.
Oh, you don't have to play again. You can just load a save state.
Oh, okay.
From back there, which I think is dumb. Which you should have. I don't like that about this secret ending is like you collect all these things and then you have to go back to the cornfield, which you can just do by a save state.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you should be able to do it linearly time wise within the game, but I don't know how you would make that work. So.
I think that might also be a part of the game. Like, I think it might be a part of it that, you do all of it and then you're playing again. Because at the end of this
an experiment?
Yeah, it just does go right back to the game. It's like credits, and then it's not even title screen. It just goes right to you're going again. So I think that's part of like the whole thing, that you have to go and do it again. And the fact that it's that early, like the cornfield is like the second
first area.
Or third one that you find of those secret areas.
Oh, is that? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I missed a lot.
Second one, yeah.
Yeah, so like you don't have to really play a lot of it. And you do also have to go the opposite way. And you have to I forget what it is.
There's like a song that you have to
Yes, it's a song that you have to pay attention to and then like do the controls that way. So yeah, it's a whole thing, and I'm pretty sure that it has something to do with it. I don't think the detail that's in these games, I don't think it's just happenstance that you have to go to that particular one.
I don't think it is either.
To get to the ending.
Did either of you ever get the alternate ending? I just looked it up by accident.
I watched it on YouTube.
I did it, but I followed a guide.
Okay, because I guess the whole idea is that a scientist is controlling him, because when you do the alternate ending, you pull out a bank of computers and then he shuts down.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
You just die. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But at least the game makes more sense now. I kind of understand what I played.
Yeah. And they, from what I've seen about that ending, they're like the one that the scientist that's controlling him is you. Like you're not playing as the kid, you're playing as the scientist who's controlling the kid.
Yes.
Which I think is super fun.
It's a good way to do it. Any last things you guys want to say?
I don't think so.
Okay, I do have one last topic that's sort of off topic, but I want to bring it up. Have either of you played Little Nightmares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did for a little bit. I never finished it.
I also played for a little bit and then went, they sure are trying to be a Play Dead game.
Okay, I've never played any of them. I own 1 and 2, and since they're both horror themed, I was like, and they're side-scroller platformers, puzzle games, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I know that there are people who like those games. I'm not one of them.
Okay. So that's what I was curious to see if that's kind of like how this game is like, but they look more horror.
I don't recall like hating it, but it obviously didn't keep me interested to keep playing. Yeah, I played through a few stages and I was like, eh.
Yeah, I didn't hate it either, but I also wasn't obviously enraptured like I was with like Limbo.
I remember it being kind of horror light. Like
that's kind of what this is too.
Yeah, but this is like body horror and it's pretty splatty and stuff. I don't know, but I'm thinking more like Goosebumps, like that.
Oh, that's fair.
That's how I think of Little Nightmares.
You mean I might actually like it then if it's less horror?
Yeah. I'm saying it's a great game for you.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to play it,
and there's no comedy, so it's good for you.
This is Cronenberg, and that's Goosebumps.
Yes.
I'm trying to play more games, and that's always one that I've heard a lot of people talk about, and I've actually been curious. So I just wanted to bring it up before we finished.
Oh man, I wonder what movie about this game directed by David Cronenberg would look like.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
All right. I guess let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Zach, why don't you lead us in?
Sure. I am going to go with the shelf on this one. I don't love that ending, but I don't have a better one. And I definitely don't need it to be a happy ending. But it's kind of felt like, they're like, oh, the game's due. This is the end. Although what Colby said about the diorama makes me think that, that was the plan all along. So I don't know. I'm not completely satisfied with the ending, but everything up to that point is fantastic. Great design in terms of sound and graphics. Kind of simple in terms of the amount of thought it takes to solving the puzzles, but there is some challenge to some of these. So I really like it. It's a shelf for me. I think I might like it better than Limbo. I'm not really sure. I think I would really have to play them back to back. They both have their own merits, and I don't know. I'm not sure which one I like better. I thought for sure that I liked Limbo better. This is like the aliens thing, except for these are actually close.
That's funny. All right, I'll go next. I'm gonna put it on the stack. I had a decent time. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but it was a decent game. I had a fine time. So yeah,
that's fair. I think that's high praise from you.
For this, yeah, this is better than Limbo for me too. I find this more fun. I really don't like Limbo. And Colby.
Yeah, this is going on the shelf for me. I had a lot better time playing this time than I thought I was going to. And yeah, just it's really breezy. Like, which sounds so crazy to say about this like harrowing game about a child who gets murdered all the time and then turns into a giant blob of humans and then like just cooks in the sun until they die. But like it's a breezy game like to play. And I think I'm going to play this probably a lot more than I have been. This is, like I'll throw on Contra every once in a while, probably way more than anyone needs to play Contra.
I thought you played it not too long ago too.
Yeah, I play Limbo like that as well. Just like, I don't know what I want to play. Let me just play through this. And I think I'm going to do Inside like probably a lot more than I have been. And I think it's a fantastic game.
Okay.
I think Playdead is batting 1,000 with their 2 games by making 2 perfect games.
I mean, technically they made another, some of the people made another game and not Playdead, so yeah.
Yeah, that one's fine. If we're going to throw that in, we'll say that's a 900 because it's Somerville is perfectly fine, but it's missing some magic.
I'm curious about it now, so
I'm sure you can get it for 99 cents.
I'll get it in some random bundle at some point. Yeah. I buy a lot of if there's like a bundle for like $12 and it has games that I don't own, they get bought just because.
Yeah, keep an eye out for Somerville. I'll talk about that one too. And maybe I'll like it more when I play it a second time. But yeah, I think these guys really know how to make a video game. And yeah, I think this is, if you're looking for a puzzle platformer and for some reason you're listening to a podcast episode about Inside and you haven't played Inside, yeah, check it out.
Play Inside.
And if you have somebody, I think this is a good like game to get people who don't play video games but are like curious.
Yes, I would agree.
This would be a good game for somebody like that.
Okay. Right. I guess we should just go to plugs. And Colby, where can people find you at?
You can look up on your podcast thing, Jack Billings Presents. It is a scripted comedy. I'm calling it a audio sitcom. It's about a half an hour every other week, and then we have like interstitial 5-minute things. They all take place in alternate dimension Reading, Ohio's. Sometimes there's aliens, sometimes there's ghosts, sometimes there's Frankensteins. But it's always a wacky time. Or you can listen to me talk about the show JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on This Bizarre Adventure. And I'm on another one that Zach's going to talk about in 3, 2, 1.
You can find me and Michael Colby on Absolutely the Best Podcast, A Work in Progress, where we just started what we're calling the AVPCU, which is covering all the Aliens, Predators, and the AVP movies in order of theatrical release. Alien is out already. Aliens is recorded and coming out soon. Might be out by the time this episode of this show comes out.
Probably. This is late. This is later this month, but yeah.
So if you like me and or Colby, check that out. And we also have like 50 episodes covering the MCU and some MCU adjacent stuff.
You guys do Fantastic Four yet, or you're waiting on it to...
I got to wait for it to hit streaming so I can watch it a bunch of times and get the
Fair.
commentary and all that. But that should be soon, probably in about a month. We did do a quick take on it, not
Okay.
the full coverage. I am also kind of basically the, not full-time, but most of the time co-host on Retro Game Club podcast. So if you like retro games, check that one out. That's a good time.
Nice.
Even if I'm not on it, it's still good. Might be better,
All right.
actually, the ones that I'm not on.
And if you enjoyed this episode, there's over 850 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video game, comics, all sorts of content. If you want to support the show, we do a Patreon, a little dog. You vote in our Patreon polls. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. Currently just 1. I will get back to 2. And you can find, and also if you donate $10 or more, I will plug your podcast or YouTube channel. And a few of the wonderful people that do. Well, Zach, who we already heard about. And Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube and Twitch. And also her podcast, Nerds at Broadcast. And also check out Conversation with Robbie Sherman And want to give a shout out to A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. And also shout out to my intro and outro courtesy of Helena at Hell Has Free. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And join our Discord. It's free. We're always happy to have new people join our Discord. You'll see a link in the show notes. You can suggest things I will someday get to. I'm trying. Very, very slowly, but I'm trying. And if you want to be on the show, that's how you do it. I'm always looking to get new voices on here, and I do lots and lots of content. So you never know what I'm going to post, because I don't know what the hell I'm going to post to ask people if they want to do it. So check that out, and it's free. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only. Rate and reviews over Get Your Podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Enjoy your butt worms.